All right, good morning. We're going live. We're going to be doing a transmission fluid flush on this client's 2019 Ford Fusion Energy. So just getting going, setting up the camera, and we're going to just start recording it and get right into it. This is a service we offer. This service is $249 for the flush, and we recommend this every 30,000 miles. It's the only way we can ensure that's a little overkill according to some, but it's what we recommend to keep it going. You could really stretch it to 60 if you need to. Okay. How's it going? Oh, we got a subscriber, watcher. Yeah, we're doing the transmission fluid flush on this Ford Fusion Energy. All right, here we are. So it starts with taking the under tray off. This is a bunch of 10s. Sometimes they're like a T25. Can't believe this has all the hardware. Okay. All right. And if you're wondering, we use Mercon LV. This is the proper fluid. This is about $40 a gallon. It's the cheapest I can find it. And get it off Amazon. We are not doing an oil change, just the transmission flush. This is an American size Allen key. It's a weird size. I only bolt on this car, and the fill hole is also an American size. We use a 14. But here it comes. Let's see what it looks like. Oh, not too bad. If you can see the color of it. This is probably about the color you want to see on it. This car has, I think it has 80,000 miles on it. So that is a good color fluid coming out of here. We have never changed this before. So this one has been caught right at the right time. You do not want to see it blacker than that or any darker. Then you would have went a little bit too far. All right, so we'll go ahead and clean this up. All right, back. Sorry about that. Had to take a phone call. That was a customer calling in about the EV tax credit. So what I've done, I've drained the fluid, got the fluid completely drained out. Now we're going to fill up my pump here. We use a vacuum pump to fill up, and this is preloaded with the Mercon. We're going to actually add another gallon to this. This job takes about 5 quarts, so we just put a gallon in, and that'll be more than enough. And I have about 2 quarts left in my my tank from previous jobs. Again, we do this so much. We have one tank just dedicated to the Mercon LV. I got a whole nother tank dedicated to ULV, which is for the newer Ford Escapes. We do a lot of transmission fluid flushes on them, trying to get everybody on a good service interval. So this is a vacuum. You can't really see what I'm doing here, so I'll push this down. But I'm loading up my vacuum pump. So the way this thing works, and you can buy these off of Amazon. They're not too expensive, but God, it makes the job so much easier. But you got to have an air compressor. Now, this is going to get loud, so turn your speakers down, or I'll mute it, because the compressor is going to go off here. Okay, now that the air compressor is off, I'm going to show you where you actually insert it into. I don't know if I'm going to be able to get my phone all the way up there. You can see it right there. So that is the side of the transmission where that's going into. And we took out that drain plug, that's a 14 millimeter. And now we're going to pump the fluid into that hole until it runs out. Now, then we have to lower the car down, start the car up, and run it again and pump it in again until it comes out. So it's a two-part process here. All right, so let's turn this around. That compressor is going to kick on again, so it's going to get loud. So I'm going to go ahead and just mute it while we're pumping everything in. Okay, so that is initially filling the transmission. So this is the easy part. We've taken the cover off, we've drained it, we've pumped in the initial 4.5 quarts to the fill hole, and I have a rag there. We're letting it just drip out to get leveled. Now, this is the complicated part. I'm going to lower the car down, start the car with this still open, and then I got to get out of the car real quick. I'm going to take this wheel off, and we're going to finish topping off. It's going to take like a whole nother quart of fluid. So you have to make sure you do this top it off while it's running procedure, and then top it off, or you'll be short a quart on fluid. So this is critical to do this part. So um, some people miss this part and they run with low fluid, and that's a problem. So and I take the wheel off just to give me easier access. You don't have to do this, but with the car down and not being underneath of it, it's a little bit harder to get to that hole. Okay. Okay, let's go down the rest of the way. Okay, so now I'm going to start the car. I'm going to push onto the gas with it in park. That will force the engine to start, even though it's an energy model. As you can see, it is an energy model. So by pushing on the gas, you can force the engine to turn on, and it will run for about 30 seconds to a minute, depending on the state of charge, for me to fill it up. I got to open my garage door too. All right. All right, now we're gonna pump it the rest of the way in, and this is gonna get loud. But I'm carefully watching for when it starts coming out. All right, and there we go. All right. And there you have it. So that's it. So that is the transmission completely topped off. You saw that we ran it until the engine turned off, the fluid topped off, and then we're going to secure the drain plug back in. And then we'll put the cover up back on the bottom, put the wheel back on, and we're all done. So that's it for changing the transmission fluid. We'll take it on a test drive and we'll go from there. So if this is a service you need done on your Ford Fusion Hybrid or Energy, you can come see me, Chip, at Hybrid and Electric Car Sales. We're located at 616 Bradley Court in beautiful Franklin, Tennessee. You can check me out online at hybridandelectriccarsales.com or give me a call at 615-802-5550. So we're going to stream the rest of this going, me putting it back together. I won't be talking too much. I'm just going to try to get this client taken care of. They were gracious enough to let me film it all, but stay tuned. We'll have more live services of me fixing these cars with the common maintenance and problems they have. So stay tuned. This is probably the first Fusion that's had all the hardware underneath of it. signing off. Thanks for everybody for tuning in. We're pulling the car out now, but it's all done. And we'll put some details in the description below, but I'll probably try to get live later if I'm working on some other cars, and you can check out everything else that we're doing. But thank you for tuning in.